Alright guys, the first thing you're gonna do is cut 2 slits in the skin area behind the joint right here and the other joint in the leg on each side so you can stick your gambrel through it. That's the best way to hang it. Then you're gonna take your knife and you're gonna cut the skin all the way around below this gambrel, but don't cut that tendon, because if you cut that tendon, it's gonna fall off the gambrel. You just need to cut the skin all the way around, and then you're gonna start cutting down the leg on each side until you meet in the center, and then you cut all the way down till you hit like the brisket area. And once you do that, you're also going to do the same thing on these legs, cut all the way around it, and then you're going to cut up the leg until you hit the spot where you came down with the brisket, and then you're just gonna, and as you come down, you're just gonna pull it down like a tube sock off of it. And usually what I do is I try to get as low as I can on the head, and then I cut the head off so I can save the neck. And once you get the skin off, I'll take another video to show you what you do later. All right, I got the skin off. I went ahead and took one leg off, kind of forgot about it to do the video. But once you got the skin off, when you cut across here and you're pulling the skin down, you're gonna have the tail still latched in. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a pair of loppers, and then you're gonna cut the tail in two, and then the skin will keep on coming down. You're gonna want to get all the fat and skin that you can, like just connective tissue, off of this meat right here. That's your back straps. You can see I took this leg off already, but all it is there's no joint on these shoulders. It's I don't know if y'all know that, but there's no actual joint. All you gotta do is you cut in between the body and the leg here, and you'll see you'll start opening it up, and that film will open up. You just cut through that film, and there'll be a blade, shoulder blade through here, and you're cutting around it all the way around, and it'll just come off in one piece, just like this. And that's your shoulder. I had to cut a little bit out of it because I got a little bit of it when I shot it. And you want to cut out bad meat. Don't use bloodshot meat from where you shot it. And then you're gonna pull the skin all the way down to try to get as close to the ears as you can. And then once you get the shoulders off, both shoulders off, and you get the back straps out, you're gonna cut around here and around the base of the neck, and then you'll lop it off, lop the spine right there, and you'll lop the spine right there, and then you have a neck roast, and you can throw that in there, and you can either cook it later with a bone in it, or you can butterfly it off the bone. I prefer to butterfly off the bone, just because I don't really know what's in the nervous system of these deer, and I would rather not eat it. When you do the legs up here, after you've taken care of your back strap and your shoulders, well, next thing you do is you would go inside, cut this open. The guts are going to be terrible and nasty, but you're going to cut them open, and you're going to pull them out, put them in whatever you're going to put them in. And then there's going to be 2 inner loins on the back side of these meat on the other side of the bone, and they come out super easy. They're about they run from about here to here. They're pretty short. Sometimes I don't do it on smaller deer just because it's a lot of work. I don't want to deal with the guts. But once you come up here to the legs, you can either quarter them off and then take them to a table and then cut the meat off of them, which is what I'm going to do, because I'm taking all this meat to a friend's house and we're going to process it there. What you'll do is you'll cut down through here, you'll cut through here, and then you'll cut through here and cut here and here, and take a pair of loppers and you just cut down through there, and then you cut the legs off right here, and you got your meat. Whenever I go ready to take the meat off the bone though, you can see where meat groups line up, and you can just take a knife and cut right through that area, and it separates the meat just fine. And you get down to the bone and you just butterfly it off the bone. Not sure what else I should tell y'all. Oh, when you're doing the back straps, you want to cut about right here is a good spot to cut. You'll find the spine right here, and then you'll go back in the meat until you find the back of the back strap, and you'll hit bone, and you cut across, and then you're going to find the spine, and you're going to cut down the edge of the spine, almost like you're filleting a fish, all the way down to wherever you stop at the neck. And then what you'll do is you'll pull that meat back, and you just start kind of butterflying it out of the backbone, and it'll get to a point where about here-ish it'll come out, and that's where the meat stops. That's basically your ribeye. I don't mess with ribs because deer don't have enough meat on their ribs to do anything with them. All right, I got the back strap out. Like I said, all you gotta do is cut down this side of the vertebrae and then cut across right here. And as you pull the meat down, it has like little bitty attachment points, and you just cut each one of these, dunk, 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 dunk. And then the meat comes out looking like this. Basically like a big old pork loin or something like that, but tenderloin. So, and then just throw it on ice. All right, already got one out. Your tenderloins are behind the gut, which this is the back of the deer. This is the gut. All I did is I cut where it was attached up here. And then if you're really good with it, you can cut these out without opening them and smelling them, and just leave them in the rib cage. You just kind of cut down till you hit the bottom of the rib cage, and this tenderloin is going to be basically in there. It's going to be in this slot, and you just cut it out just like I did the back strap, and you keep going until you hit the bottom of it. It's not very long. I mean, it's only got like another inch or two in the deer. So, all right. So I cut down through here. I pulled the vaginal canal and the anus, rectum, all that stuff out. Then I cut through here, and then I took my loppers and I cut through these bones. And the next thing I'll do is I'll take my loppers and I'll just like snip through here all the way up that side, and I'll snip through here all the way that side, and then cut the legs off, and it'll be good to go. Throw it in the cooler, and you can come back and debone all your meat later, and then the deer's done. That's just waste.